I think it's safe to say that there may be a tremendous breakthrough for the very first time that I have seen in the Trump administration. I heard this announcement from Donald Trump, and believe it or not, this is from the Daily Mail .com website, and he pretty much announced, he did announce that the U.S. troops will officially be coming back home after they've been stationed in Syria for a very long time, which quite frankly was a very unjust war to begin with, and a war that the US should have never been involved in, thanks to Barack Obama, who, of course, had started um, wars in not only from the US but in the Middle East. He sent he sent the U.S. troops to many other countries in the Middle East to have wars with, invading Syria, invading Libya, and doing all these things, which was completely unnecessary, all for implementing ISIS to take control of the Middle East. Now, I think Donald Trump, despite the fact that I don't like the president, he actually did a good thing by this making this announcement, announcing that the troops will come home after years and years of being stationed in Syria, and hopefully the troops should come back. The troops will come back home after being stationed in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as many other countries. Hopefully, they should come back from other countries in the Middle East as well, where it's no longer necessary to be over there anymore. I mean, there hasn't been. I mean, Donald Trump didn't start war with any other countries like Obama did, which is something I can honestly say is much better, that I like more about the Trump administration than the Obama administration. Obama's legacy is, you know, uh, trillions of dollars worth of debt, and starting a war with five different countries. So, with that being said, or should I say, perpetuating war with five different countries as well, and starting war with a few others. But the Donald Trump administration is has not started a war with other countries. I mean, he hasn't shipped the U.S. troops, American troops, to overseas. But of course, this idea, the announcement of bringing the troops back home from Syria has been met with some harsh criticism from the UK and from other Republicans who strongly disagreed with this idea, saying that ISIS is defeated. And U.S. is not the only country fighting ISIS. If you really think about it, Russia and Iran are actually fighting against ISIS as well as we speak, and even until now, like Russia's still coming up with ideas to put a stop to ISIS. I mean, Vladimir Putin has been on this on strategic plans diligently from day one. Actually, since ISIS has emerged as a threat all throughout the Middle East, and of course, Russia's partners with Iran. So, I mean, more power to them to try and stop ISIS and being strategic about it. But when you stop to think about it, I think Donald Trump did a good move there. But this is most likely going to be remembered as a strategic and tremendous breakthrough in the White House. So if he pulls the troops out from the Middle East, that would be even better. That would really be a good thing. I didn't vote for him because I didn't like the top two choices, which was Hillary and Donald Trump. But I mean, if he starts making some good moves, then um, I mean, I might start to see him as a good president. And that was actually a good move because this was a very costly thing to send us into war with other countries. I mean, this was going to raise the debt. I mean, this is going to be too much money to pay off. In Iraq and Afghanistan alone, it cost $1.1 billion worth of taxpayers' money. So imagine this with five other countries. Like there's Afghanistan, there's Iraq, there's Syria, there was Libya. and Somalia, which was hit by predator drones during the Obama administration. And I'm not saying there was war with them, but my point is there really is no need at this point to have the U.S. coming over there, because I think it's just safe to say that this is gonna be costly, and the government has also been affected by this severely. And this is why the government was starting to become broke, because all these wars are too much money to pay off. This is trillions and trillions of dollars worth of debt. So hopefully there should be less debt to pay off, and hopefully he will pull the troops. He will give the green light to pull the troops out throughout all of the countries that the troops are stationed in the Middle East. I mean, he announced that ISIS has been defeated. So maybe, hopefully, just hopefully, all the troops will be pulled out of the Middle East, and hopefully there won't be any more wars under the Trump administration, which would really be a good thing, because this is a breakthrough, and I think this is a victory for the Trump administration. But with the people, with the staff of the White House, and the Republicans who have had nothing to offer but harsh criticism, I think this is a tall tale sign that there could be some tension and friction. And the UK also backlash with criticism as well. But let's not forget something. This country went into the Middle East not only to attack them, but they were sent there based on a lie. I mean, the 9/11 attacks. I mean, blaming Osama bin Laden, going to Afghanistan, and then if it wasn't for 9/11 in Afghanistan, then there would be no invasion of Iraq. And as a result, all of this, I mean, because they were supposedly weapons of mass destruction, I mean, the whole point was really to take the oil and to take the resources such as lithium, which will soon be used to power electric cars. And you see, I think the whole thing, this was just a tactic of neo-colonialism. So with this announcement, I mean, I think this is the beginning of something new. Not just the beginning of something new, but this is the beginning of something good that's about to come. And I think the best is yet to come. I mean, at least that's the impression that I got from this announcement after Donald Trump announced that he will withdraw troops from Syria, which was a smart move, honestly, because it's not important to have any more troops in the Middle East stationed there, despite the fact that there hasn't been any more wars, and I mean, there haven't been any more conflicts in the Middle East that have coincided with the U.S. As of lately, at least. But are they having civil wars with each other? Yeah, but this is not the U.S. This is not America's business. Honestly, this is not NATO's business either. And I think it's time to withdraw the troops, bring the boys home, bring the young men and the young women who serve this country home, and it's in that way this could be good for the families as well, so that way they won't have to worry about whether their sons or daughters have been killed in overseas or what have you, or anything. So I think this should ease the worries of family members and loved ones. And I think like I said from this announcement, I'm really hoping that the best is yet to come. And I really hope that there will be some changes and breakthroughs in the White House with Donald Trump as president. So, with that being said, thank you for watching my video. And this is just my analysis. Some of it is opinionated, but I would like to hear your thoughts down below. So thank you guys very much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much, and God bless.